My name is David Jaffe. Welcome to the Wealth and Health Podcast, where you'll learn valuable skills and positive habits that will improve your life. This podcast originally aired as a video on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/BestStockStrategy. The Wealth and Health Podcast is brought to you by BestStockStrategy.com. Life is a struggle. It is no fun being an adult. In fact, you have so many responsibilities as an adult that it becomes overwhelming. It's almost like death by 1,000 paper cuts, with each paper cut removing a little bit of joy in your life. People are oftentimes envious of others who have a lot of money. But what they don't realize is that those people had to make tremendous sacrifices in order to accomplish and in order to achieve that level of wealth. When I worked as an investment banker, the most unhappy people were the managing directors because they were oftentimes 40 years old and they had sacrificed their 20s and 30s and they had little to show for it except money. In fact, even though they had money, they oftentimes sacrificed their health as well because they would oftentimes be subjected to a tremendous amount of stress and they would be spending about 10 hours a day sitting in their chairs. So this sedentary lifestyle was extremely unhealthy. And then when you factor in that they would oftentimes eat takeout and their dinners would be filled with very unhealthy food, this oftentimes led to them being very physically unhealthy. And the only thing that they had to show for it was a large bank account. I remember when I worked at Petsky Prunier, and Sanjay Chadha told me to take a vacation because he felt that I was close to burning out. I went to Bermuda and I felt such an overwhelming compulsion to be productive and to get things done that I really did not enjoy my time in Bermuda. Now, perhaps I didn't enjoy my time in Bermuda because it is probably the most expensive place that I've ever visited, and I lived in New York City. But Bermuda was about 2 to 3 times more expensive than New York City. A hamburger there was about $25 or $30, and anything that you wanted was extremely expensive. But besides that, I remember feeling an overwhelming compulsion to be productive and to get things done. And I couldn't wait to get back to the office. In fact, the day that I got back, it was about 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and I went into the office and worked until 3 o'clock in the morning just to catch up on some of the work that I was unable to do over the previous week when I was on vacation. So what are some things that you can do to ensure that life is less of a struggle? Because it's going to be a struggle for everyone. The goal is to make sure that you mitigate the struggle and that you mitigate the suffering. Some of the things that you can do is not to be overly responsible. You don't have to get everything done, especially if some of the tasks that are causing you a significant amount of stress are not that important. Another thing that you can do is say no to people. If someone asks you to do something and you don't feel like doing it, or you don't enjoy spending time with that person or interacting with that person, then just tell them no and move on with your life. You do not have to be a people pleaser, and you do not have to allow other people to take your time if you do not want to give it to them. In addition to not allowing other people to give you added responsibilities, it's really important to say no to tasks which are very low value add, but which take up a lot of time. Things like this include cleaning excessively or doing things which you actually do not enjoy, but which you feel a compulsion to get done, but which you know are not going to add significant value to your life. So I would ruthlessly audit how you spend your time and cut out the things which do not add value, but which take up a significant amount of time. David Jaffe with BestStockStrategy.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell and leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on ways which you believe are best to mitigate and reduce the amount of suffering that many people feel. Visit BestStockStrategy.com and submit your email address to receive valuable free training. please give this podcast a positive rating and review. If you have any questions, visit BestStockStrategy.com and send me a message.